Hi, I'm Sid, and this is my presentation on the cell signaling pathway of type 1 diabetes. When you eat food, the intestines break down the carbohydrates in your food into glucose that enters the bloodstream. You may have heard of people getting insulin shots before, but what really is insulin? Insulin is a hormone that moves the glucose from your bloodstreams and into your cells to produce energy. Insulin is secreted by the beta cells located in the islets of Langerhans, which is a region in the pancreas. This happens when glucose diffuses into the beta cells via GLUT2, located on the cell membrane. This glucose gets converted into a glucose 6-phosphate, and then into pyruvate. It then enters the mitochondria and goes through the Krebs cycle, transforming ADP into ATP. There are two channels on these cells, one for calcium and one for potassium. Potassium enters the cell when there is still a lot of ADP, because it opens the channel, and then this channel closes when the ADP is converted into ATP, trapping the potassium in the cell, making it positive or negative 15 millivolts. The calcium channel is now able to open due to the cell being positive. The calcium enters the cell and causes the vesicles of the cell to merge with the cell's membrane and release insulin that was contained in those vesicles, which now go into the bloodstream. This pathway uses endocrine signaling, as the signal travels long distances through the use of the circulatory system. Insulin receptors are located all throughout the body, for example, the liver, skeletal muscle, and fat. Insulin will come through the bloodstream and bind to the insulin receptor. This activates the IRS. No, not the scary money stealers. The insulin receptor substrate. The IRS sends a signaling cascade and passes the signal through various different proteins and enzymes. The enzyme PI3K, once activated, converts PIP2 into PIP3, which is the second messenger, amplifying the signal. The signal reaches GLUT4, causing it to move to the cell surface and open up, allowing for the glucose in the bloodstream to enter the cell and be turned into glycogen. Regularly, high blood sugar levels cause the pancreas to release more insulin to keep homeostasis and a stable blood sugar level. Type 1 diabetes is a disease where no insulin is being produced at all. This means there is no way in which the glucose can enter the cells, meaning it stays in your blood, causing high blood sugar. Type 1 diabetes is caused by a genetic abnormality that causes your immune system to destroy the beta cells located in your pancreas, responsible for making insulin. When there is no insulin, nothing is being binded to the insulin receptor, meaning that the IRS won't be activated, meaning that PDK1 and mTORC2 won't be activated, and no second messenger being made by PI3K, and no activation of ATK, which inhibits GSK3 and AS160, and activates mTORC1. This means there will be no glycogen synthesis happening from GSK3 and no inhibition of GLUT4 to open up and let glucose inside to be able to use as energy for the cell. Those who have type 1 diabetes take insulin shots since their body doesn't supply any. If someone who has type 1 diabetes were to do nothing, they would experience symptoms such as feeling more thirsty, urinating a lot, feeling very hungry, losing weight without trying, feeling irritable or mood changes, feeling tired/weak, and having blurry vision. Over time, it will affect the major organs in the body, including the heart, blood vessels, nerves, eyes, and kidneys. Thank you for listening.